What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy with JMed's Brick Clicks. Got a little bit different video for you today. I'm going to show you a sneak peek on a couple of the things I'm actively working on, some custom builds, which I really haven't done in the past. I kind of just show you once they're done. I don't really show you maybe a part way 10, 20, 50, 70% type builds that are done. Yeah, you can see I've been collecting pieces here for a roof, and I'll show you that in just a second. One of the projects that I've got in mind, these are just sitting here basically to hold space. I'm going to use dark tan instead of the light bluish gray to do some mountain work. You can see those. I'm going to use them when I do this shelf here for an Islanders display. I've got all but the big set, the biggest one, which I'm fine with because I don't really need that one. But we've got our Islanders here. We're going to do a little mountain display. We have some water over here. We got our catamaran. So yeah, that's going to be a work in progress. So I just wanted to start there. I'll show you some of the other stuff that we're going to add to it. Well, we've got about $100 in slopes, all different sizes and shapes. Just everything under the sun to try to make some landscape. And some squares. We've got the big ones, cheese slopes. I think I've got about this much more. So when I say $100, it's like, yeah, that's not $100. I've got, I think, 2 times more of this still in the mail coming from Bricklink orders. We're going to add to those and make a decent display. That's one of my goals this year, is to make an Islander shelf display. Under that shelf display is one of the current projects I've been working on. This is my county's courthouse. You can see the arches. It's not minifigure scale, it's smaller than that, but it's still going to be a pretty decently sized building. Working on the back. The back of it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I got to build an elevator shaft that goes up. Got our roof that's going to go on. There's a white rotunda that goes right here. So, work in progress. You wouldn't think it, but you see those red masonry bricks. Right now there's roughly 570 of them on this build. I've got another 150 ordered, and I honestly don't know if it's going to be enough. I got to build a triangle shape in red here for the way the building, the eave is on it, and we'll add some slopes along the side, but the main part of it's going to be red brick. So I don't know if 150 is going to be enough or not, but I guess we'll see. But anyway, this is what I've been collecting all those black plates and tiles for. I want to make this look decent, so just putting this on there, it'll look okay, but it's not going to be up to my standard, at least on something like this that I'm really trying to do. And I'm actually going to end up putting this in our local historical society museum for a while. So this isn't going to cut it. So what I've been testing is this design. Those are ingots and also 1x2 tiles, giving it from a distance kind of a shingle look. Okay, I'm a real estate agent and an insurance adjuster, so especially doing claims, I see wind and hail claims all the time. Every single day of my life I'm looking at stuff. So trying to do a shingle texture, I think that looks pretty good, at least from a distance, kind of like that. So just doing all tiles didn't look right. Adding the ingots in there adds a little bit more texture to it. Let me know what you think. I haven't seen anybody try this, so I'm curious to see if this is going to work. I think it's going to look pretty good myself. So like I said, I haven't really shown you guys a lot of stuff in the past, my build process ideas. I'm still debating if I'm going to do something more with this. I added this little tiny pirate ship here. I don't know if I'm going to add more blue and fill this in. I thought about doing a rock face. The problem is it already sticks off a little bit, so there's not a lot of room to play with. There is an option of just like putting the plates. I have the light blue plates, or the medium azure plates. Just do them like this and build a scene, kind of a 2D scene, or like an 8-bit Nintendo type background scene, where I could just go across the back here that's an option. I could add some mountains where they'd only be, I'd just be doing this and then maybe plates or tiles on top of this and do some mountain scenes. Maybe. It's an option. Let me know what you think. I haven't played enough with it to test it, but that might be what I do here. All right, my next thing here, I know what you're thinking. What is this hodgepodge mess piece of junk? Well, it's not done, so give me a break on that. Yeah, this comes off and it's not connected. It's because these white pieces and these white panels, I ordered black on Bricklink, and that's what I'm waiting on, to replace these all, including this dead spot here, with all black, because I just want all black. I haven't connected this down because obviously that's gonna get changed. We got this little spot here. Let me grab something. So if you know what this is already, that's awesome. If you don't, like 99% of you, hey, that's okay. So we got to grab this little 2x2 round tile disc. It's a coin. Coin slot, coin return. So we put it in here, comes back out. I do have these pieces. I don't like them being in white, so I do have them coming in light bluish gray. Would you believe those corner pieces do not exist in dark bluish gray yet? Check Bricklink. Yeah, they don't exist in that color, so I got to do light bluish gray. So what we have up in here, it's just a slide. I know it's going to be hard to see, but you can just see it goes down one way, turns, and comes the other way, and right back out here. You can see up in there, yeah, it's going to be really hard to see. Solid build on the bottom. Basically just made a slide using the smooth slopes, but put it in, and sometimes it works. Most of the time, if I put 2 coins in, it'll kick the next one out. Yeah, it's going to be the base for my Pac-Man set. It's the big Pac-Man arcade. It's going to be the base for it. I've got the buildable minifigure that came out last year. Adding this base allows this guy to stand right there. He can put the coin in the slot, and having his hand right about here is right about where the joystick is. So let me grab Pac-Man set and I'll show you. Just a sneak peek, because it's kind of a work in progress. So this is going to sit right here, and there you go. The guy's going to be able to play it with the joystick. Yeah, nobody did this on reBrickable, and I was kind of surprised because it seems like an obvious choice to do. But yeah, why not? All it is a box. I mean, you don't even have to do the coin slot. I just added that just to make it a little bit, have something there. So you could just make a big round box, or a big square box, to fit this base. So I did get this done. This is one of the things I've been working on lately. I love this Pac-Man set. Using the joystick and using those rubber pieces to give some kind of feedback resistance. Yes, it's got the light brick. That's cool. So we do have a coin slot. This one is just my return coin slot. I wanted to add something. Turn the thing, you turn the crank, and yeah, the Pac-Man move. The cherry just like dangles. That's kind of neat. The ghost inside just goes back and forth. You see this one here, he just goes around. We're just using, you can see the chains. Bad thing is you can't always have them upright, so they're upside down, but then they're right side up. You can see Pac-Man. We can go the other way. So other features, we got some at the top. You turn this little dial and get it right here. Your score, you can increase your score. You put stickers on one of those rollers and you can increase your score. 36, I think, yeah, 1275 is top score. So we'd be going this way. All right. Cool features on the back. I got to zoom way out for this. So the whole back opens up. can see the features. To me, this looks like it reminds me of the old Hanford nuclear reactor at the Hanford site up in Washington state, with all this, like, the pins and everything sticking through. That's the first thing it reminds me of, being kind of a history buff on some nuclear science. So here's what it looks like. You can see it moving. You do get this little thing here, which is really cool. A little mini version of it. Yeah, that's neat. All right, enough for this. I got a quick little haul, just some minor, tiny stuff. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the little topper that goes on top of it. Push this little button, and yeah, it changes them. And you do get 2 of each of those, since you get an extra of each stud. So that's cool. You can make your own little thing, because you get all those, plus the cherry. Yeah. Okay, what did we get in the mail? We got this new little set. I wanted that camel. I think it's $11 set. I really don't care about the pieces other than parting them out, but I do like the camel. So if I wanted to add a camel to my farm, or add some camels to my farm, since I've had the llamas in the past, I could have some camels on the farm. So that's an option. Buy a few of these. A lot of decent parts, really, for building too. Other stuff, I ended up picking up another one of these, the Mars rover. I got one a few days before Christmas, or a few days after Christmas, before they released officially on January 1st. Ended up getting another one just in case. There's a couple good parts in here that I can use. That way I can keep one sealed, and I can have one, I can open it up and use some of the parts for some future custom builds. Always good when you find a Lego set for $1. What were these, $4 or $5? Some okay prints. We'll find some use for it. Yeah, $4 marked down to $1. All right, new Sonic poly bag. To me, this reminds me of, it says Kiki's Coconut Attack. To me, it reminds me of coconuts from one of the early Sonic cartoons, with Grounder, Scratch, and coconuts. Decent little poly bag. You know, a little bluebird. Okay, 2 other brand new poly bags for this year. It says gift animals. So it's a 3-in-1. And there's your builds. Not great, but some decent parts for sure. Decent parts, that's for sure. Not too keen on the ID number. So, yeah, something bad will probably happen because of that. Stay tuned. Something will probably break. I'll drop something, it'll crash. I wouldn't doubt it. I always have that kind of luck, superstitious luck. Here's the last poly bag for 2020. Did I say 2021? For 2024. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let me know if I said that. I might go back. Call me out on it. Alright, guys. Little poly bag. Yeah. Not much of a haul. Kind of chintzy, pathetic by most standards. But anyway, I collect small stuff. A lot of you guys, if you're on a budget, maybe you collect small stuff too. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate your views. Check out my channel if you guys are interested in other stuff. If you want to see other stuff on my city, other display things, farming, superhero, space, castle stuff. Yeah, any of the other stuff you saw earlier in the video. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.